So today we'll be talking about these 6 subclasses and basically the subclass 1. So these subclasses are, this is a journey from the Magnolidae to Asteridae. The journey is from no borders to very strong borders. Subclass 1 is absolutely no borders. It is everything just goes in. There are no borders. So this subclass has to deal with making these borders. So as we go from column 1 to column 2 to column 3 to column 4, then 5 and 6. So the journey is that from no borders we are evolving as relation to our borders. So column 1 is absolutely no borders and column 6 is very strong borders. And how we can see this in our remedies, we'll be showing you all in our cases, that how we can see in our patient whether these borders are developed or not developed and how the person is speaking as related to these borders. So this is no ego to ego. So column 1 is absolutely egoless and column 6 is so egoistic that it feels persecuted. So column 1 is absolutely no ego and column 6 is very strong ego. So this cursor from 0 to 6, we see ego, it's just moving. It's column 1, the ego is 0. Column 2, the ego will be 1, 2, and column 6, it is the highest. It is the ego of a king. Here it is as if you are a nobody, and here it is as if you are a king. So we call this column 6 as king series. So as we begin from subclass 1, it is absolutely feminine, and subclass 6 is absolutely masculine. The ego has developed to the level that it is so masculine that it tries to control everything and it has lots of egotism in it. So the way he deals with the world is through the filter of a strong ego. And column 1 will be from the filter of a very, very weak weak ego. That's what we say. It is the journey from being a feminine to a masculine. The more ego you have, the more egoist, the more masculine you are. So all these shades of ego development will be demonstrated in each case. So we will be learning our remedies in the context of how much ego is developed and how it deals with the world. This is how we'll be studying our remedies. Also, we'll be studying how spiritual you are. The story is being manifested into this earth from the spirit to matter. So subclass 1 is like being just incarnated. So it is a story of the spirit. It is just manifesting or materializing into matter. And in subclass 6, the matter is so strong that it can connect to the world only through matter. And the lesson for 6 subclass is coming back to the whole and being more spiritual. So it's a journey from spirit to matter and then matter to spirit again. So this is what we'll be seeing in our subclasses. So essential request of the first column is to learn to contain the fundamental life energy in a vessel. So what we see here is you have to think as if it's a primordial soup. It is the unified field where there is only a consciousness, like what we have studied in mineral kingdom as hydrogen. It is that one drop which is separating from the ocean. A one drop is separating from the ocean. So this one drop actually doesn't have much substance. It doesn't have that material to manifest. And there is a fear that where am I, who am I? So this kind of energy, you have to see it in a patient, that it will be just one drop out of that ocean. So understand and try to understand or feel how a drop will feel when it is separated from the ocean, right? So in this whole subclass, we'll see this journey of one drop, how it behaves when it is separating from the ocean, or when it is separating from that unified field of consciousness. So this is how we see column 1, that this is the, you see, this is just like mud. We are just picking some mud from the hole to give it a shape. A vessel is being prepared so that it holds the consciousness. Even in mineral kingdom, you have seen, as we go from row 1, which is hydrogen, row 2, which is carbon series, row 3, which is silicia series, row 4 is ferrum series, row 5 silver, row 6 gold, and row 7 is uranium series. So as we go down with these series, what we see is the level of consciousness is evolving. The level of